What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going over how I made $72,000 trading gold, which is one of my biggest trading days while trading for the past 7 years. So yeah, I feel like this deserves a YouTube video just because this is one of my biggest trading days, and I got a lot of messages saying please film a YouTube video regarding this. So today I'm just going to be going over the trade I took and how I took it, and what were like the things I was thinking of taking this trade, like the psychology side of things and then mentally, and what led me to even take this trade. Technical wise, fundamentals wise, everything, we're going to go over that. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, comment, like on the video if you guys enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And my broker, the link will be in the description as well. I'll show you guys what broker I use on TradeLocker. So yeah, let's get into the video of how I made $72,000 trading gold. Alright guys, so this was a trade that I took. It was on gold, as you guys can see on my TradeLocker. I was in XAU USD buys from 36.76, and I'm entered on a Friday before the market closed, just because I was watching the fundamentals, and I know Powell just spoke for the weekend and gold was pretty bearish when Powell was speaking, but I feel like gold was going to rebound, so I bought gold on Friday. I had a couple of technicals that gave me confirmations that I'll go over once I'm done explaining this. So I wanted to buy because I saw NATO having troubles with Russia, how they're flying jets over the country of NATO, and I feel like that's just going to make tensions rise. And if you don't know already, when there's like war type information going around, gold likes to fly because it is a safe haven currency. That's why I like trading gold myself. So yeah, that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to buy gold over the weekends. It was kind of risky, but I was in profit around like $5,000 over the weekend on Friday, so I put my stop loss at entry. So regardless, I would be at a risk-free position, or at most I would have lost $5,000. But yeah, so this was a trade that I entered. As you can see, I caught over 1,000 pips, which I wasn't really expecting to be one of my biggest trades. As you can see, that's why I sized regular 7 lots. Nothing too crazy, nothing too small as well, but I just did 7 lots because this is like my normal size that I trade usually. And I felt like for me as a trader trading gold for this many years, I don't like over leveraging gold because gold can move a lot. Usually it could take you out like crazy. It does volatile moves up and down, so yeah, when you're trading gold you have to be real careful. But I have enough experience now to even like size in more. But this trade did 1,000 pips, which I was not expecting. So even if I sized in even smaller, my profit would have been a lot, to put into perspective, because if I did 10 lots, it would have been $100,000. 7 lots, $72,000, which is a lot for me as a trader, and I'm pretty grateful for this. So yeah, let's get into how I took this trade. Okay, so we have gold chart right now. We're on the 1 hour time frame. I usually like to start on the 4 hour or the daily, but I'm gonna go over the 1 hour time frame just so it's easy for you guys to understand. And I am in the replay mode on TradingView just to show you guys the trade and what I was looking at before I took the trade, because I really didn't record while taking this trade because I didn't expect it to be 1,000 pip trade. That was my biggest trade. I wasn't really expecting that, so I really didn't record while I was taking the trade. But I'm going to record what my thought process was with the replay feature on how and why I entered this trade, just so you guys could get a better breakdown of this trade. So I'm just looking at price action right now. You guys can see gold had his bullish push up. We were bullish, then we had a little sideways consolidation action, and right here we were just consolidating pretty much. And we had Powell speak on Wednesday, and we had gold push down a little bit. So I was still skeptical about trading gold. I feel like it could have been bearish, but the news that I was seeing of NATO and Russia, how the jets were flying over, that it might cause some World War III possibly, but not really. So I was like, okay, gold's gonna go up, and gold went down temporarily just because of we cut rates, which were already priced in the markets. So I really didn't think long term that gold would be bearish, because that's not a lot of news unless they did something unexpected where they cut 50 basis points or even more than that. Then I would have been okay, gold is a little bit more bearish, but in my opinion gold was still bullish because we haven't even broke structure yet. So yeah, pretty much I like to draw trend lines here and there sometimes just to make price cleaner for me, or looking at price action. So I have my regular trend line right here. I don't really care for this wick because that was news and price pushed up. So what I was looking at is if we can break this trend line, that confirms for my buys if we can push up still. And we did eventually break this trend line. So I was like, okay, My initial entry was gone because I wanted more confirmation to enter this trade for buys. Because when gold likes to go one way, if it's in sells, if it's bearish, it's going to stay bearish. I don't like shorting the pattern or going against the trend. So I wanted to wait for confirmations pretty much. So I drew another trend line right here. As you guys can see, it was my counter trend line. I was going to wait for this counter trend line to break or whatever happens at this counter trend line to take my entry. So I was watching charts on Friday. And as you guys know, as I mentioned on my live streams that I do daily, well, not daily, occasionally, during London session, which are for free on my YouTube channel, I like to enter during Asia/London session because the volume is low and the markets, it's a good time to get entry on gold if you're sizing in or whatever. And this was during Friday, during New York session, I took this entry. So I just wanted a little bit more confirmation. That's why I had a little bit more trend lines drawn. So I'm gonna just press play and we're on the 1 hour time frame again. We can see price push up. Once I saw price come down here, I'm like, okay, we can still be bearish because price like came up on this trend line, rejected it. I'm like, okay. So I wasn't really fully convinced that we're in a bullish time zone for gold right now. So I waited. So I had my counter trend line as well. You can see rejected my counter trend line. So I was okay. But overall, my fundamental bias was bullish for gold. So I was still looking for buys. I just wanted confirmation on my entries that we're bullish. We're good to go on gold. So I was waiting for this counter trend line to break and see if it retests its structure. And then I was going to take buys. I also had a key level that I was waiting for to touch. We can see gold goes up, breaks the counter trend line. And my entry was around 37.76. This was because I had a key level that I had that I just favored it a lot. It was like 36.75, just like a whole number quarter theory. So for me, this was with the trend line that I was looking at. I'm like, okay, it's a good support and resistance area. We see price came here, rejected. We saw price hold steady right here in this little zone area. So this was like my little confirmation of like, okay, I want to enter around 36.75 or 76 because we broke my counter trend line as well. And we broke this key level area. And I saw an engulfing candlestick happen while we were pushing on the 1 hour time frame. So I was like, okay, price action is looking pretty bullish right now. And we can easily push up. So that's what I did. I just held my trade. And I believe Sunday I checked, I was up around $25,000. I was at an NFL game just watching my trade. And I was up like 25. I'm like, okay, we're good. I'll just keep holding. And as you guys can see, we just started pushing up and up and up. This was Monday. And as you can see, we're going into Tuesday. We just had a good rally up on gold. Once you have a solid entry, you can just hold gold and not even worry about it, because when gold goes one way, that's the only way it's going to go. It's not going to have like a huge pullback or anything. And as you can see, around Tuesday, gold hit my take profit. It did 1,000 pips from Friday to Tuesday pretty much, which is insane because that's a lot of volume for gold. And I've never seen anything like this, 1,000 pips in such a short time frame. And for me, that was insane. And I just kept holding my trade. I could have held longer, but here's another reason why I closed my trade as well, because as you guys can see, let me pull it up. My exit was 37.79. As you can see, just before it reversed. I'm going to show you guys how and why I decided to close there, which was like almost perfect timing, as you can say. I'm going to get out of the replay feature. So yeah, I exited right here because I was looking at price action and I saw gold just did 1,000 pips. It's going to get exhausted. Buyers are going to want to take their profit. Banks are going to, institutions are going to want to take their profit. So I was like, okay, this is my time to close as well. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm up 1,000 pips already. For me, I wasn't looking at the money sign. I was looking at 70 bands or like 50,000. I didn't really care. For me, it was the pips and the risk to reward ratio and my setup. I was like, okay, we can do 1,000 pips. I'm satisfied with that. I'm not going to hold for longer. I could have held longer even if price pulls back. I'll still be in the green and price pushes higher. But for me, I'd rather just get another entry and then hold from there. But I wanted to secure my money, which I did. Because in these markets, you never know what happens with Trump tweeting and his new tariffs, etc. going on. Even though gold's going to still be bullish with whatever he says. But I just wanted to secure my 1,000 pips because you don't want to get greedy. From my 7 years of trading, when you get greedy, you miss out on a lot of money. So yeah, that's why I want to take my profits, because I was at 1,000 pips. And another thing was, I saw gold slow down on the hour time frame. If you look at these candles, I'm just going to delete this for now. We saw this one huge engulfing candle. I was like, okay, we're at 36.70. Then we saw another one. Then I saw price reject slowly, and then we started getting a little bit of volume. We started to consolidate. I was like, okay, this is my time to close the trade and exit. I just didn't want to gamble it or anything, so I just took my profits and exited my trade. That was really the thought process behind this trade. I know it may sound easy the way I'm talking about it, but this is 7 years of experience from me trading from 16, and now I'm 23, so I've been trading for a while, and I've been focusing on gold a lot recently. That's my main focus, is gold. So, and plus with me reading the fundamentals, the economics, all the data and stuff, so I knew what gold was going to do. So that's why I took this trade, and it's one of my biggest trades ever. That's how I was able to make $72,000, and I'm going to show you guys some of the screenshots of me withdrawing the money as well. Like I said, I didn't record it because I didn't know this was going to be one of my biggest trades ever. Or else I would have did like a live trade and stuff. As you can see here, we have my Coinbase wallet where I had the Bitcoin sent to. I made $70,000, and I had another screenshot on my Instagram posted. As you guys may have saw from going to my bank account, $70,000 straight wire. This was my personal account. The broker link will be in the description below. So if you guys need a broker, you guys can use my broker link. Also, I do trade funded accounts. I know some of you guys have questions. I have funded accounts, but I'm now switching to futures. So I'll be trading more futures. My YouTube content will be switching to futures as well. But I'll still be trading FX, commodities, gold, etc. But my main focus will be futures because there's more prop firms for futures, and I want to go for the biggest payouts on prop firms for futures. So yeah, guys, that was my biggest trading day ever, trading gold, where I made $72,000 trading gold. If you guys liked the video, please comment, subscribe, comment any question you guys may have with this video, and yeah, also join my free Telegram. The link will be in the description. And if you guys need a broker, the link will also be in the description. If you have any questions, just comment them down below. I'll try answering them, or I'll make another YouTube video answering all you guys' questions. So yeah, that was all for the video. Appreciate you guys watching, and if you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.